Good afternoon. I'm Cookeville Mayor Ricky Shelton.
And I'm Putnam County Mayor Randy Porter. We want to begin today's briefing with a message to our tornado survivors. We've been working diligently to make sure that you have all the resources you need and are getting help when and where you need it. We have not forgotten you, and we continue to look for new ways to support you. If you're not signed up for our survivor messages, where we notify you of information you need to know, please visit the survivor webpage we created at putnamcountytn.gov/survivors. We know many of you still have needs, and we want to ensure that they are being met. And we have a large team of people who are meeting daily to help identify ways to better support our survivors and victims' families. Our tornado damage cleanup continues. We need everyone that can to get your debris out onto the right-of-way so we may pick it up. If you are physically or mentally or financially unable to do this, please call our helpline at 931-646-4636. We have volunteers and equipment that can move it out for you. That's a reminder of your debris, your storm debris from the tornado. If you do not have the ability or the means to be able to get it out to the right-of-way, please call our helpline at 646-4636 as we have volunteers and equipment that can do it for you. Also, our distribution center for food and supplies is now located at 620 South Jefferson Avenue. We have a large warehouse and a retail storefront there. This is across from Big Lots. They're open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., and on Saturday, 9 a.m. to noon. The center is open to survivors and families. We have food and supplies and also financial assistance should you need it. Please share this information and these updates with other survivors in your neighborhoods. We're talking to survivors every day that are still not receiving some of these resources. We're continuing to develop resources for you to help guide you through this process. And we meet with survivors daily, and we're continuing to work hard and get you the resources you need. Please don't let something go that you need help with. We are here and we want to help carry this burden through this storm that has been left on you and your family. So please contact us if there's anything that we can do, Mayor Shelton.
Yes, and still accepting donations to putnamcountytn.gov/relief, and you can still make those donations there. A committee is working through the process of what that's going to look like in the very near future, and the survivors will be contacted about any kind of disbursements that will happen. 100% of those funds will go to the survivors. Another exciting thing that's going to be happening probably next week is Jake Hoot will have a song he's going to be releasing, and you'll hear a lot more about that. But we're excited about that, and he is going to make sure that those funds from that go to our tornado relief fund. So we appreciate him.
That's an awesome song, too.
It is.
He shared us a little taste of
it,
and absolutely amazing with the group that he's come together, and the words of that song will truly touch you.
It will.
We're so thankful to Jake for doing that.
All right.
This is our COVID-19 coronavirus community update for Thursday, March 26th. Today, as of 2 p.m., our total number of confirmed positives in Putnam County is 11, which is 2 more than yesterday. As you can see on the state map behind us, the number for the state of Tennessee is at 957. Just please remember this map is only updated once daily at 2 p.m. So any results reported after 2 p.m. that you may see from Davidson County or some of the other areas will not be showing up on this map until tomorrow. For those tuning in from other counties in the Upper Cumberland, we've heard that you'd like for us to help update you about the positives in your county. So here we go. In the Upper Cumberland, these counties have confirmed positives. They are Cannon with 1, Cumberland has 6, DeKalb has 2, Macon has 1, Overton has 1, and White County has 1. So repeating, in the Upper Cumberland, Cannon County has 1, Cumberland County has 6, DeKalb County has 2, Macon County has 1, Overton has 1, and White County has 1. Again, Putnam County has 11 confirmed cases, which is 2 more than yesterday. Also, none of the 11 in Putnam County have required any hospitalization so far. And a little word on the results and the testing. Just remember, We can only report the actual confirmed cases that have been verified by the state health department. There can be more people that have tested positive but have not yet been verified. There are so many doctors' offices and clinics and labs that are testing, there can be a lag time in getting those results into the state and to be verified. Will our numbers continue to go up? Probably, but that is nothing we can predict. We can only provide you with the facts, not possibilities or guesses. What we will do is be as transparent with you as possible and report to you what we know to be the verified cases by state health. If you look at our history for the past week, last Friday when we started doing these live updates, we had our first confirmed case, and today we have 11. If we continue to make sacrifices, like stay at home as much as possible, and use proper hygiene, hopefully we can continue to keep our numbers low compared to our population. Just remember, if you have symptoms and want to be assessed for the virus, you need to call your primary health care provider. Please do not just show up, but call them. Our Putnam County Health Department will be expanding its drive-through assessment and testing tomorrow, Friday. It will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Health Department, which is located at 701 County Services Drive. Expanded hours tomorrow on Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. here at the Health Department. Just remember, the symptoms for the coronavirus is the same as several other more common diseases, especially now that we get into allergy season. So just because you have these type symptoms does not mean that you have the coronavirus. With the 11 cases we have confirmed, the Health Department is continuing to do contact assessments with each one to see who they have come in contact with and assess or self-quarantine anyone needed. Mayor Shelton?
Yes, and as he said, there is a lag in the reporting time. So we do anticipate, and there probably will be more. And so just be prepared for that mentally as you hear that. But what can we do as a community to minimize the impact? We must be diligent to continue physical distancing. We know it makes a difference. The reason is simple, and that's to protect the health and safety of your family. Physical distancing yourself is using common sense, just like washing your hands with soap, as we've talked about. We continue to implore our citizens and local businesses to minimize personal interaction while still encouraging you to support our local restaurants to utilize carry-out and delivery for food, and when possible, online for shopping. We must all take personal responsibility to heed the guidance from experts and to do our part to help stop the spread. Use common sense so that you can be part of the solution. Facebook and social media is great for sharing information, but unfortunately, as we've seen, sometimes becomes like a virus spreading rumors and false misleading information. So please check your sources before sharing or posting so that we can stop the mass panic, hysteria, and rumors. They only serve to instill fear.
We have created a map of Putnam County to be able to show you the businesses and restaurants, their business hours, and details on carry-out delivery service of whatever services they may be offering. You can go to our main page on our website at putnamcountytn.gov or either of our mayor's Facebook pages. We created this map to benefit you so you know of the businesses' openings and closings and places you can go and get supplies and food. If you own a business and would like to be included on the map, there's also a link on our website for you to add your business. Remember, if you're a business to be on the map, you have to use the link and add it along with the hours of operation.
So under the governor's orders, which our city and county follow, again, no social groups of 10 or more. That's events and parties. It's not referring to workplaces. Restaurants and bars, again, no on-site dining, carry out curbside delivery only. Gyms and fitness centers are temporarily closed. Dentists and surgery centers are to stop all non-emergency procedures. Schools are closed now through April 24th. Beauty salons were not closed, and so if you have a question or concern about that, call the health department. The National Guard has been mobilized by Governor Lee, and it's strictly a humanitarian mission. It's not a policing mission. They're going to go into the rural areas and help with the logistics of testing. So just want to be clear about that. Also, today it was announced that all state parks are going to continue to be open, but the hours have changed. It's 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now that the weather's turning nice, it's a great opportunity to get out. Again, practice spacing, especially on trails that you can stand and not as you meet people. So 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. None of the facilities at these parks are going to be open. It's strictly just the parks and the trails themselves.
It's all about that social distancing.
That's right.
Mayor, yes. A reminder of the county office closures as a precaution for our county employees and for you as the citizens of Putnam County. We want to do everything we can to stop the spread of this virus. So most of our county offices are not allowing any walk-ins, but you can call each office for an appointment if you need to see us about any county business. The trustee's office has an outside drop box for tax payments, and the county clerk's office has a drive-through for license tag renewals. That drive-through at the county clerk's office will be open till 4 p.m. each day except on Friday, and Friday is open to 5:30. Also, each office has online services that you can use. For a detailed list of those, you can go to our website at putnamcountytn.gov. Also, all of our sports facilities, community centers, and the library are closed as a precaution until further notice. Mayor.
So all public services in Cookeville continue as normal. That's police and fire protection, all utility services. Our highest priority remains the health, safety, and well-being of our citizens and all the city employees that deliver those services. City Hall and other city buildings are closed to the public until further notice. That's the Performing Arts Center, Cane Creek Rec Center, and the museums. However, Cane Creek Park and Dogwood Park, except Heart of the City Playground, are open. So get outdoors and enjoy them while distancing yourself from others, especially on trails. I know we want people to be outside. That's a great place to be.
Yes.
And all of us need it because it's been raining and there's, some things that we're all worried about, all these things. But get outside, but just, again, continue to practice physical distancing. If you have any questions about city services, 526-9591 with any questions. Cookeville Regional Medical Center is prepared for this situation. There are still no positive cases or people hospitalized with COVID-19 at CRMC. There's a no visitors policy in place, and they will defer all elective surgeries and procedures until later, and your physician will notify you about that. Through everything that's happened in our community over the past weeks, our Putnam County school system has stood steadfast and strong in support of all these operations going on throughout Putnam County. They were here in the Emergency Operations Center, they were in the field, and they were in families' homes in the aftermath of the storm. They have shown up again in support of our community and families in the response to COVID-19. At this time, we would like to introduce Interim Director of Putnam County Schools, Mr. Corby King.
Thank you, Mayor. And I want to start by saying thank you to both Mayor Porter and Mayor Shelton for the guidance and the leadership that they've provided for our community for the past several weeks. The daily updates have been great, and I know lots of folks in our community have appreciated those. And I want to say thank you for allowing me to be here to talk to our school system families and our students and our community about what's going on in the school system. From the school system, I also want to start out by bragging on our employees a little bit. Our teachers and our staff members have all stepped up to provide the support and love and care for their students, and that's what we do. And I just want to brag on all of our employees for a few minutes. A couple of groups I particularly want to highlight today as I start this are our school nutrition and our transportation department, who began this past Monday feeding students. We fed a little over 3,000 meals on Monday. Today, we fed 9,334 meals to students.
That's amazing, Corby.
It really is. And so that was both breakfast and lunch. And I want to encourage families to continue taking advantage of this opportunity. The meals are free for any youth in Putnam County under age 18. You don't necessarily have to be a Putnam County school system student. You just need to be a youth in Putnam County. We do have some restrictions. The child does have to be with us. There are some guidelines we have to meet, but we're trying to be as flexible as we can in providing these meals. So we need families to take advantage of this. We know it's a resource that is helpful for them. So we'll ask that you continue to do that, and we'd love to see those numbers continue to grow. And we intend to do this over the duration of our school closing.
Great.
You can find the times and locations for the meals where you can pick those up. They're located on our website, pcsstn.com. They're also on all of our Putnam County school system social media sites, or you can access those by calling 528-1847 for more information. That goes to our school services or our school nutrition department. The next thing I want to talk about, Mayor, is the remote learning plan. I know we're getting a lot of questions. Families are, what does that mean? What is a remote learning plan? This is our plan to provide services, educational services for families during this extended closure. This week, all students should be contacted by a teacher, and most likely that's already happened. If you have not been contacted by a teacher yet, if you're a student in Putnam County, please call your school. Make sure that your contact information is accurate. Make sure that it's up to date, both email and phone number, so we can get in contact with you. What we're wanting to know this week is we're just checking on you, your physical health. Do you have food? Do you have shelter? Make sure that you're aware of the food services. And if you don't have shelter, we have, in some cases, we can provide temporary shelter through our Student Services Department. We've got resources for that. Right. And then we're going to assess your educational needs as we implement this plan. Do you have electronic devices in the home? Do you have internet connectivity? We have a plan in most schools. We will be distributing Chromebooks beginning tomorrow. In most buildings, if you need Chromebooks or if you need the device. And then if you need internet connectivity, we also have that available. In some cases, we're working on a plan, and that can be out by next Tuesday or Wednesday to get connectivity established. So why are we doing this? Our main goal, the primary goal for this, is just to maintain student contact and to promote some educational activities during this closure. We know that families want to provide something for their kids to do. If they're like mine, they're at home and they need something to do, and we want to make sure we're providing some educational contact and resources for our families. We're not asking parents to become homeschool teachers. We're not asking our teachers to become online teachers or our students. We understand the structure of the day is going to be different than a traditional 7-hour school day. We're just trying to provide some resources. We're going to be flexible. We're going to be understanding as we move through this and try to meet the needs of our students. If we cannot get internet connectivity to you, we will provide some paper packets. That's going to be handled a little bit differently at each school. And we will do that just by contacting your teacher if you need the paper packets rather than connectivity. I also want to point out, if you live in an area that Charter or Spectrum provides internet access, they're offering free internet connectivity for up to 60 days for new customers. That information can be found on our school website, pcsstn.com, or you can access that by calling 1-844-488-8395. So the next thing that we're getting a lot of questions about, the senior class activities, and this is a tough one. So as of today, and again, the information is changing daily, as you all know. As of today, we're hoping to keep the current graduation dates as scheduled. If there's a need to change or postpone graduation dates, we will make that decision by Friday, May the 1st. We believe this date will give us time just to see where we are as a community in response to the pandemic. We'll have a better idea if we have peaked, if we flattened the curve, if we're moving in the direction where we can have large gatherings. If the recommendations from the CDC, the governor, state and local health officials at that time on May 1st are to maintain social distancing and limiting the size of gatherings, then we'll work with our high school principals, students, and families to postpone graduation to a later date. But right now, we're hoping to continue graduation with the dates that are scheduled. The next activity is prom. So in order to comply with the current recommendations and school closures as recommended by the governor, the Cookeville High School prom is being postponed until Friday, May 22nd. In speaking with the Cookeville High School administration teachers today, there was just no way that we could keep the prom April 25th. We're not able to be in the buildings. We have to limit that access through the 24th, and that's a really big undertaking, the decorations and setting that prom up. So the teachers have talked with several students today and have made the decision to postpone that until May 22nd. The Upperman High School prom is currently still scheduled for May the 9th. May Day is still scheduled to occur on May 8th, and the Monterey High School prom is still scheduled for May the 9th. Any decisions to further postpone prom at any of the high schools will be made by May 1. Again, we're hoping by the 1st of May we'll have a little clearer picture where we are as a community. And we will, again, will base our decisions on the most recent recommendations from the CDC, governor, state, and local health officials in a decision to delay if it becomes necessary to go further. The Academic Celebration of Excellence has been postponed until May the 11th. So what I really want to say to everyone, and we understand, this is a difficult and an unprecedented time for our community and for our entire student body. But this is especially difficult for our seniors. They've worked so hard for 13 years to achieve these milestones. I want to make sure that I say to you, we do not intend to cancel these activities. It may be necessary that we postpone them, but if we postpone them, we're still going to have the activities. We want to make them as big as we can make them better than they were going to be if we have to postpone them. We want you to have these activities. We don't have any intentions to cancel, even if it becomes necessary to postpone those activities. And we'll do that once again. It is safe for us to gather in large groups. So, and I think that's all the updates I have from the school system today. So again, Mayor Porter, Mayor Shelton, I just want to say thank you for allowing us to come on today to join you to update the community and our school system families today. We appreciate the continued relationship and the partnership that we have with all of our local officials and look forward to continuing working with our community to guide everyone through this. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Corby. We cannot say enough about the leadership that you have shown and the support the school system has shown as a whole to our community and all during this emergency operations. You had teachers and faculty and staff that were in the emergency operations center during the tornado, helping us get information out. And just make sure that you pass along to all your staff and everyone what a great job they were doing. I was driving through the tornado damage area at lunch and met one of your school buses and actually got to, at a distance, talk to them for a minute and tell them what a great job they were doing delivering those meals out to those kids. They were waiting up and down the street for the bus as it came down, and they were delivering those meals, and that is absolutely unbelievable.
We work with an amazing team, and you all know that. Our school system team, family, all of our employees, we love these kids, and we just want to support them and support our community and their families.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you and your staff are doing.
So again, as we've talked about, we're so blessed and thankful for the warm weather. Warm weather doesn't mean socially free. Just keep that in mind. Keep physical distancing wherever you're at, whether you're walking around your neighborhood or whether you're walking on one of our trails or in our parks, please continue to do that. Also, we realize that not every business is shut down, but that means we have to distance. So if you have a question or concern about your company and what it's doing, please talk to your management, because right now under the governor's executive order, which is what we're under based on our form of government, that's what you have to do. It also doesn't mean you shouldn't take it seriously just because the business is open. Companies being open doesn't mean it isn't serious. So again, if you have concerns, please talk to your company. So our strength, as we've talked about, is and always has been our sense of community. We always help not just those we love, but our neighbors and strangers and the community as a whole. So let's all be part of the solution. And this is what we end with every time is, don't panic, but do distance. Be supportive of one another. Wash your hands. Be kind and considerate, safe and secure. Take this serious. We're asking you to do that. I'll use the word again, imploring you to take it serious and do your part to limit the spread. Stay at home and away from people as much as possible. Make reasonable, educated, common sense decisions. We will get through this, but we need to make some sacrifices in the short term to come through this in the long term. Continue to pray for our country, our healthcare workers, and our responders. Let's choose faith over fear. Please take this serious. Utilize the distancing. God bless.
Thank you, Mayor. And I realize a lot of the information that we're providing you in these updates may be a repeat of the previous things that we've told you about over the last several days. Our goal, though, is to continue to get as much information as we possibly can out to each one of you. We notice each day we have new people joining on the Facebook Live, WCTE, the radio stations that are carrying this live update. So due to that fact, and due to the fact that we still continue to get a lot of the same questions, about some of the same things that we keep going over. So we want to make sure that you've got all the information that you can possibly have to stay as informed as you possibly can.
Mayor, something that came up that somebody asked us about, and we discussed this. We hadn't shared this yet, but I was asked yesterday about, since mosquito season is coming up, is it possible for this to be spread by mosquitoes? And it, in fact, is not. We've been told by the medical experts, since it's not passed by blood, that that is not. So just to give you that, it just struck me that we had not told them that.
Absolutely. We want to get all the information out that we can. You may get tired of hearing me say this, but right now, your best defense is to stay at home as much as possible. I know how difficult that is. I have a 3-year-old granddaughter, my daughter, my wife, everyone trying to stay at home and trying to figure out things to do to keep the kids occupied and everything. I know it's difficult, but that continues to be your best defense. We understand that you need to go to work, you've got to pick up food and groceries, but just use common sense. Use good hygiene, social distancing, and don't be in large crowds if you can keep from it. All of these things are common sense things that we probably should be doing every day anyway. As I continue to say, we live in an awesome community where we care for one another. We are Putnam County strong, and we will get through this if we will all remain calm and work together. Mayor Shelton and I will continue doing these live updates daily at 4 p.m. to keep you informed. Also, today's update will be posted on YouTube, where it will have closed captioning for anyone needing it. Please continue to keep us as your community leaders in your prayers. We need those each day, along with all of our county and city residents. May God bless you and your family, and may God continue to bless our great county. Thank you.
Thank you.